Hi, I'm Ivan Zoot. I am Clipper Guy, maybe Scissor Guy today. This video is a response to a question I got from a viewer about cutting male haircut fringes. He might have called them bangs, we'll call them fringe. Across the front of the haircut from recession point to recession point between the temples. And as a general rule, there's things I do and there's things I don't do. One thing I don't do, I don't comb the fringe down and cut it off. Kind of looks Dumb and Dumber if you catch the movie reference. The rule on fringe cutting is this. It is very easy to make a wispy line appear more blunt, but it is very difficult to make a blunt line appear more wispy. So if you've got something that's all soft and broken and you want it heavier, you can come in and cut across. If you elevate the line when you cut it across, and you let it fall back down, the elevation will retain some softness. But if you've got a line that's wicked hard and you want to come in, for instance, and point cut, or you want to come in and break that line up, it will take an incredible amount of point cutting to soften up a hard line. So the general rule of thumb is don't make that line real blunt to begin with, and you won't have to work so hard to soften it out. In order to keep those front fringes nice and soft, here's my couple of quick tips. Quick tip number one was, of course, don't comb it straight down in the first place and cut it straight across. Comb hair up, especially with the pompadour haircuts we're seeing today where we want more top length. Comb the hair up and cut it off, and comb it up and cut it off. And notice I'm not cutting parallel to the fringe line, I'm cutting perpendicular to the fringe line. Cut that length away, see how it plays and how it falls, and see where it falls to the eye. It's not infrequent. It'll happen a lot that a guy will say, yo, I want that up out of my eyes. But rather than coming in and cutting straight across to get it up out of the eyes, you may be better off combing it up with, and notice here, lower elevation. I lower the elevation a little bit. Previously, I held it much higher. By lowering the elevation, I took even more weight off the edge, and we'll see that that's gradually pulling up out of his eyes. Better to cut it twice than cut it once too short. That's the carpenter's rule. Also, once you've established that length, you can come in horizontally, parallel to the fringe line, but don't hold it down, bring it back up. Because if it's cut up and elevated, when it drops back down, it'll retain some degree of softness. So there's a bunch of quick tips and tricks for working with fringe length. You can also, beyond your scissors, you can also migrate over to picking up your cutting razor. There's lots of opportunities in fringe cutting to use a razor to break things up, keep them soft and keep them textured, as opposed to heaviness on some of those lines. But at the very least, if the client wants it up and out of the eyes, comb it up and cut it, and comb it up and cut it, and let it fall before you go in and make a line real heavy and blunt. I'm Ivan Zoot, I'm Clipper Guy. Thanks for watching. Share the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. ClipperGuy.com for lots of great stuff. Have a great day.